Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll NewsCast.
For August. August now!
Woo.
Well, it's August 3rd,
Less
2000.
than a month left till school
I don't want to talk. No!
starts. I have to go back there in 2 weeks.
They want you to do that thing too, eh?
Which?
What?
I have a newspaper meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have...
We all do.
We all do on the...
22nd.
Yeah, I have one the week before that.
Oh yeah?
To get the layout set.
But you did that already.
I did. Now we have to discuss it as a little...
powwow?
Yeah. Because we want to make it... Well, they want to make it longer, I want to make it bigger.
You will figure something out.
We'll win. A lot of stuff. Well, and I have to talk to Brett and all that stuff too.
Let's do something we know how to do though.
Newscasting?
Yeah.
I forgot how.
No, use your... I was going to burp for a second there.
I forgot how. How do I newscast?
Jump up and down.
Oh.
Sometimes you do it no shirts.
Oh, okay. I
That's
did that today in the parking lot, changing out of my work shirt.
sexy.
I know. I hope the man in the car whose car wouldn't start was enjoying the show.
Did you get paid?
No.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, I got paid for work. I didn't get paid to take my shirt off.
Well, disappointed.
I know. You'd think he would have come and given me a tip.
Or like a
Considering
comment.
Considering it was stuck in his car. Yeah, a thank you even. I'd be okay with a thank you.
I returned some of girls' bus pass yesterday.
I heard. Good,
Yeah.
good for you.
I felt good.
Good
I could have just stolen it,
Good
but
Samaritan.
I didn't need it.
I don't take the bus, so
I
I wouldn't even know how to
I don't-
return it. I'd be like, oh, that sucks for this person.
Well, no, because what happened was her library card was in the back of it. So I called the library guys, and they're like, yeah, okay, we'll call the person. I'm like, you guys don't need to give me their number, just tell them that I has their bus pass.
Yeah.
And then,
It all worked out. Cool.
Yeah.
Good job, Tony. You're like a superhero or something.
I feel it sometimes. Sometimes I feel it.
And
Other times I sleep.
And back to school, just while we're talking about it,
Mm.
Snorg Tees, my favorite t-shirt site,
Mm-hmm.
having a back to school sale till
All
Sunday.
those t-shirts.
I know it's a
Threadless.
25% off. I ordered 3 shirts.
Threadless has a couple of good ones. I ordered one from Threadless.
Mhm.
It's Abe Lincoln, and it has SNES controller, and it's called Link to the Past.
Oh god.
And I'm like, so bye.
I got my I finally got my It's Okay Pluto, I'm Not a Planet Either t-shirt.
Uh,
So that's coming. I have one that says dyslexics are teeple poo. And I have one that says spelling is difficult, spelled wrong, crossed out, challenging, spelled wrong, crossed out, hard. Yes.
Acceptable.
First day of school, totally wearing that to all my English classes. Spelling is hard.
It's challenge.
Hard.
It's
It's just hard! So
yes.
either way,
Yeah, we'll get into this. It's a thin week.
it's a very thin week.
We'll pad it with like sausage filler or something.
Yes.
Cheese.
Lots of cheese. There's gonna be a lot of cheese this week.
Have you been playing any games?
This week, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
I got into one of the guys at work plays Tiny Tower.
Oh geez, yes, that's still the game.
Yeah.
apparently.
Well, I'm waiting because there's a game that you guys have on the Apple iOS.
Mm-hmm.
Pocket Planes. Same people,
Mhm.
but you run a bunch of airports.
Oh.
And apparently the way it works is like the longer you play, like the farther you get into it, the less you actually have to check it. Because you get your flight's going everywhere, so it doesn't like take over your life.
So there's an automator in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it doesn't like take over your life, it just kind of becomes this like once a day checking thing.
Yeah, but then they gotta make a balance between like, okay, we need people still playing our app.
Yeah.
We need to charge them real life monies for things or something. I don't know.
Nimblebit is actually really good, like even
Yeah.
Tiny Tower.
Yeah, Tiny Towers.
I got my bucks without giving them money, and eventually you kind of just do because you're like, I've been playing this game straight for like 8 hours. I should probably give them money. And then you just buy bucks.
Mhm.
Like that's the that's all you can buy in the game, but they make it really easy to give them to you. So I've been kind of tiding myself over waiting for Pocket Planes to hit Android because it is coming to Android. They just don't have a date.
Yeah, they're pretty. It's gonna show up the next day.
Yeah, so
kind of thing. They're never really good for.
I've been waiting. So I've been playing Tiny Tower again, trying to catch up to one of the guys that I work with because he's at 60 floors and I'm at 55 now, 56. So
Never played a single second of Tiny Tower.
I'm back on the Tiny Tower bandwagon.
Not familiar with the Tiny Towers.
And then I was gonna write my review on this game, but I'm waiting because I'm going to write a review for the first version of this game, The Darkness 2. So The Darkness. I read the comics when I was back in high school.
Also, yeah, does it follow the narrative?
No.
Not really.
No. The first game really, like, you sit there playing it and you're going, this is nothing like the comics that I remember. I mean, Jackie is Jackie. He's the main character. He is in the comics. He turns 21. He gets the darkness, and that's kind of where everything just.
Yeah, because they do. There's a. The one thing I didn't really draw me in for the darkness is the 10-minute loading shotgun shells into the shotgun for like Jackie, shoot him. Slower than that. Come on.
Yeah, no.
That after that it seemed better.
Yeah, like that driving sequence at the beginning was just stupid.
It's painful.
And then, well, and in the comics, he's really super powered. Like, he gets a costume. It's not just these two tentacles that come out of him. He gets like a full-on suit, darkness suit, and his hands get clawy, and he has more than just the two tentacle guys. Like, he's wicked in the comics. And then he gets to the game, and it's like, yeah, he's just a guy in a trench coat with these two tentacles that come out of him, and they kind of have their own personality. And then instead of a bunch of little darkness minions, he has one. So the game's just really hard to control, the first one. So in the second one, I'm like, okay, I'll give you another shot.
Well, obviously, people thought it was a good idea. So
yeah.
More money for a second one.
So, the second one, they refined it. They dropped a bunch of the stupid stuff. And they tried to make it, as cool as humanly possible. So you're still playing off of the essential first game. Turns 21, gets the darkness. His girlfriend of however many years passes.
Wait, it's a sequel, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
It's not a remake, right?
No, but they kind of they're like, so some stuff happened and he's the darkness and his girlfriend's dead.
Oh. Okay.
They're like, just kind of ignore everything that happened in the first game.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
And then this one comes out and you have a tree now, like a talent tree type thing. So if you find yourself using guns a lot more than your darkness powers, you can upgrade your gun stuff until eventually, your guns, you can turn into darkness guns that shoot darkness instead of actual bullets. You can upgrade your little buddies.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so they can, and then you get cinematic special kills. So you can stun a bad guy and take him, and if you pull his spine out of his butt, you get, I think, his weapons. You get extra ammo for killing him that way. But if you kill him another way, you get health, and if you kill him another way, you get bonus power to this, and if you kill him another way, you get a shield.
Oh.
And it's like, okay. So it was fun. It's still not the darkness.
That's odd.
They've taken the gist of the darkness and kind of thrown it into this game, but overall, it's not the same as what I used to read when I was.
Not quite. Didn't make the transition.
No. But again, they're still kind of going off the first game. So, and I mean, Jackie's a crime lord. He's the head of a family. He's trying to, and in the comics, he kind of takes hold of the darkness and uses it to his advantage. At least when I was reading it, I don't know where it's gotten to at this point.
Did I hear right that at one point they were going to try and make that into a movie?
I'm not sure.
I think I heard the darkness and movie uttered in the same sentence.
It could be, and it could be a really good movie if
like
they follow the
movie.
really different mafia movie because it's mafia demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic stuff.
Yeah. But
no, who are we kidding? It'll just be like Max Payne.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna get another Max Payne movie.
Mark Wahlberg's gonna be him.
He'll make a great Jackie Esposito or whatever his last name is.
Mark Wahlberg makes a good nobody.
Yeah.
He's average everywhere.
He was good in Ted.
Yes, did you see that?
I saw Ted.
Good, eh?
Yep.
So good.
So, yeah, I played that last week.
How does that? Anything else?
No, and it's funny because I played the demo for Tony Hawk HD again.
Is it like Tony? It's Tony Hawk, isn't it?
It's Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Yay.
And honestly, now people are actually calling for like a reboot of the franchise using the engine that they used in like this arcade game. Because it's just the old like it's pretty much the same gameplay, new engine, fancier graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody's like, so if you brought this back, we'd buy this as a full game.
Well, there was nothing broken. Is there anything broken with the demo though?
Not so far.
Slash
the fact that you only get to play it for an hour, or no, you get to play it for a minute and 40 seconds.
So like the old ones.
The old, remember, yeah, you had the 2-minute time limit? Yeah. So you don't even get your 2 minutes in the demo.
Oh, okay. So we only get a minute and a half. Like
Yeah. Yeah, but you still get, you can skate around, you land, you have to land perfectly to get the points.
Right.
Or you can land sloppy.
You get your sloppies.
Yeah. Or you can just, like, face plant.
I remember playing the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 games, but when I got to the realistic cheats, I turned those on, so it actually was an actual
like
challenge.
skateboard, yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah, and then that series just kind of went...
You have what you have now, skate.
Yes.
Boarding, like plastic skateboard.
But if they because if you buy the Summer of Arcade on Xbox, if you buy 3 games, you get like 400 points back.
Yep.
So Tony Hawk is on my list that if 2 of the other 5 games are good, I will buy them.
How is it so far though?
The second game up was Racketeers, which I have the demo for, and I'm going to give it a shot.
Angry Bird?
Yeah, Angry Birds
It's
3D.
Angry Birds with a Kinect controller.
And dwarves.
Kinect controller.
Yeah.
And flying.
Yeah. But it's only 800 points, whereas the rest of the games I think are 12.
Oh, okay, that's not too.
So
because that's about $10, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you get 400 points back if you buy 3 games. So
you get $5 back.
Yeah, so essentially, if that is a decent enough game, I still have to try it out. And the survival horror that's on the list just came out, and I just got the demo, and I haven't played it yet. So, so hopefully, Graham bought it. I was talking to him today. He bought it, and I'm like, oh, so you played the demo and you liked it? And he's like, oh, I should have downloaded the demo. He hasn't played it yet, so he has no idea if it's any good. He just bought it.
It's because of the Steam sales. He's still on the Steam.
He's still on Steam. Yeah, he's still thinking Steam sales.
That's been over for a week now.
It was like 1,200 points, so that's kind of expensive. And I'm like, yeah, it's not like a sale. You have to buy 2 of the other games now, and you get the 400 points back. Oh, I'm like, yeah, that's how this one works. It's not like Steam where they drop everything. And I got some good stuff on the Steam sale though.
I bought 0 items. I should have bought some TF2 stuff actually.
I got the Total War collection.
Right. I should have bought some of the TF2 stuff because while the Steam sale is going on, TF2 store was on sale. I should have done that.
You should have done that. But yeah, that's the only game I've really played because otherwise I've been getting home late from work because I've been late. So I finished season 6 of Power Rangers. Only 14 more to go.
I was looking at I tried watching one random season off season.
You can't just.
I know, because I started watching.
Yeah.
I watched Dino Thunder.
Oh God.
Obviously bad. And I'm like, wait, is that Tommy?
Yeah, he comes back.
I'm like, I chose the one season, the one character I recognize, but I don't know why he's back.
He comes back as a teacher.
A teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a teacher.
Yeah.
And there's only 3 Rangers.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that one yet.
I don't even know where that is in the timeline, but I'm like...
I think you're on I think that's season 9.
Okay.
I'm on season 7.
No, I'm not on that season. I just...
You just got to that one.
I just turned it on for random reasons.
Well, and it's funny because I'm really watching like how they connect all the seasons together. And 1, 2, 3 obviously are all Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Then Power Rangers Zeo was straight off of that because they got their Zeo powers at the end of the season, so they just became Power Rangers Zeo. And then there was the weird Power Rangers Turbo movie.
It was terrible.
Which is not on Netflix. And
Thank God.
You go into Power Rangers Turbo. That show. From there, the command center blows up. And Zordon is stolen by like the galaxy's greatest evil dude. So
isn't it Zed?
No. Zed comes back. Rita comes. All the bad guys come back for the 6th season, which is awesome. But there's this big like floaty space demon monster thing that's like, "Rawr, get them! I'm sucking the power out of Zordon, and it's going to take me 45 episodes." So, a whole season of them looking for Zordon. So that's Power Rangers in space. So they end up going up into space because NASA
Oh, right. So not
lends them a ship. Because if the Power Rangers need a ship, you give them a ship.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
So they ditched the little kid from Turbo.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah, because he stays behind to stay because he's young. So he's like, I'm going to spend some time with my dad, guys. You go save the galaxy.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
See you next season or something.
So they go up into space, but then they meet up with a guy who's out looking for. He's the Red Ranger, and he has this ship that is essentially a giant Zord all on its own that turns into a Megazord. It's the Mega Ship that turns into the Megazord, and then they get a bunch of other Zords, and then the Zords start like getting destroyed one by one as the season's ending, till they have. I think just the Astro Megazord left, and they honestly ended it with the Earth almost being destroyed, and the bad chick who was now running everything because the big bad space dude ends up getting killed. I don't care if I'm spoiling this for anybody.
I have no idea. I won't remember.
Exactly. So
I'm watching a way better show.
So she comes down and she's like, if the Power Rangers don't reveal themselves, I'm going to, like, you know, if they don't show up and surrender, I'm going to, like, destroy Earth. So Bulk and Skull, who are still on the show, both of them pop up and go, well, we're the Power Rangers, because the Power Rangers weren't showing up.
Right.
And so all of the people on Earth were all like, we're Power... Well, Angel Grove is essentially all the people.
Apparently,
on
I've
that
heard.
show, yeah. And they're like, we're the Power Rangers, we're the Power Rangers. And then she was about to start shooting them. So the actual Power Rangers all popped up and they're like, we're the Power Rangers. But they weren't morphed or anything. So Bulk and Skull were like, well, hot damn. We've been trying to figure this out for like 6 seasons, and there they are. So they transform, and they finish the whole season. Everybody's happy. And then season 7 starts, and it's been like a few years, and Earth is finally like going to go to new galaxies, so that's why it's Power Rangers Lost Galaxies. Lost Galaxies!
I've been watching the A-Team.
Also a good show.
So badass. I love it. Like it's a disease. I'm on season 2 already, and I started on Monday. And these aren't just like your average 20-minute episodes. No, they're hour-long episodes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So a lot of story with BA. It's so funny because it's like they always try to have to trick him to get onto the planes, and then they end up like drugging him instead. There's this one episode where they're in like the tropics forest, and they have to get Murdoch to fly them out. They're like, I'm not gonna get on a plane. They're like, man, these mosquitoes are big. They're hitting the mosquitoes, and then Hannibal just like, oh man, I got a really big mosquito. Thanks, Hannibal. I'm like, wow, that's bad. So terrible. The acting is questionable.
It's pretty much why I watch Power Rangers.
Murdoch is the best character in that show, though. Like, way cooler than the one from the movie. I don't know who the actor is. But I recommend everybody go watch the A-Team. Just do it. Better than the movie. I thought the movie was really good, but no, this is way better. There's more character in it, too.
Well, because they have more time.
Because more time, but the more dynamics behind it. And it's too bad that they didn't get enough revenue for a second movie. Because they had thought about it at one point, but they just didn't get enough of it, apparently. Bradley Cooper was all like, oh, too bad I can't be Face anymore. Because he did a good Face.
They want monies.
You should do an internet TV show. Everyone's doing an internet TV show.
And the only, and then I went and saw a Step Up Revolution.
Yeah, the one in 3D, which you probably didn't see in 3D.
No, the last one was in 3D too.
Okay.
Because the last one was Step Up 3D.
Right.
No, we didn't see it in 3D. Luckily, this one they didn't do anything stupid. Like the last one was in 3D, and yeah, they'd had a bunch of hand moves that they'd like right up to the camera. And
It actually looks really terrible in 2D.
And it would look dumb no matter what you were doing.
In 3D, it probably wouldn't be too bad because you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, you'd kind of, yeah, I guess you'd have that, like, factor, but
in 2D, it's just not quite the same.
No, like, and even in 3D, I think if you saw it a second time, you'd be like, this is stupid.
Okay.
Because it's literally just
to be fair, though, those movies, once you watch them a second time, the appeal is very much lost.
Yeah, because you're watching the dance scenes.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've seen this before. This is just a high school story again.
The first one had, I guess, it had Channing Tatum in it, so... It was like an actual kind of story, and then the second one was more like fame, a bunch of people at like an art school trying to get stuff done, and then the story just kind of kept doing this.
How's Revolution's
actually not
narrative?
Bad, because it's about flash mobs.
Yes, it's about like revolutions and...
So it starts off with this one guy in his little dance group, and they brought one of the guys from So You Think You Can Dance. He was in the third one in New York, and he came back down to Florida. So that's the transition from the movie. They always have a character that kind of hops. So he moved back to Florida with his new his dance troupe down there, and they were trying to get to be the first with, I think, like 10 million views on YouTube or something like that. And the first one to that got a bunch of money. So that was the goal at the beginning of the movie. Then this chick comes in, and her dad owns this hotel chain, and he's going to destroy their little, their little suburb, because they have a kind of slum in Florida, but it's theirs, and they all live there, and they've grown up there, and they're all like, we've got to do something to save it! So they dance, but they do it in flash mobs, which can actually be effective in that way. Because that's what flash mobs are for, is to get attention for certain things. So they actually start using flash mobs to get attention.
Was there a lot of not government stuff, but like political stuff that they were trying to force out, or did it?
No, it was just like, oh, you're trying to destroy our little, hamlet that we have here. We're going to show you that, like, we have a family and we've built up all these, blah, 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 blah. And then one of the guys screws up, and then half of them get arrested. Then they have to call a bunch of people from, like, other dance troupes to make this big dance number at the end. So
this sounds really, really lame.
The dance scenes are actually...
Okay, the dancing, yes.
decent in this one, because they use actual music. The last ones, it's just, like, really heavy beats that I...
Dubstep?
Kind of. And I don't care for that kind of music. They had one really good dancing in the third one that I liked, but it was an old school song that everybody in the theater was like, what's going on? I liked it, so I was probably the only one in the theater. And then this movie ends with, like, the guy and the girl slow dancing, and apparently it was good because the two girls in front of us were crying, so...
You can cry during a dancing movie?
Apparently it was that beautiful, and I'm like...
I cried at the end of The Dark Knight.
And I'm sitting there going, that's horrible green screening. But, narrative-wise, this has been my favorite Step Up movie.
You say that with a smile on your face.
I like the one character that's in 2 and 3, like the main guy in 3. I like him, just because he's kind of goofy, but the narrative is just... At least this one with the flash mobs, and they're protesting, it works. It's not like, we're an underground dance troupe trying to save our dancing, like, club.
Yay.
Yeah, woohoo! Our gang is going to be disbanded if we can't win this underground dance tournament. Woohoo! I can't dance, guys. I got a test. Skip the test. We've got to dance.
In the middle of the class.
Yeah, literally. The guy would have to leave classes, and it's like, when are you these people dancing? Either way, Step Up 4, Revolution, not bad. Real music by real people. So that, like, and the choreography was, actually some of it was stunning. It's always stunning.
Yeah, I feel as if they should go the route that Glee did and go do a concert, but instead of doing a concert, do like a sort of a stage thing where people can watch them dance and do moves.
I'm figuring for the fit, because they're going to make another one. These movies cost $5 to make.
They like money. It's like Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. Well, and they're kind of moving, because I think the first one was in California, and then they did 2 in New York. Now they've done 1 in Florida, so they're going to hit like a different state now, do something different. Like I said to Jen, I'm like, at some point, they have to do one where they get, like, all the main characters back.
Like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, but because none of the main characters have ever really been together.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be like, I'm sitting there going, it'll be some like nationwide underground dance thing to save their country. And they all have to get together. And she's like, then you have to get Channing Tatum. And I'm like, didn't that movie like make his career? I'm sure he'd go back. And he married his co-star from that movie, so it's him and his wife.
Does his wife do anything?
No.
For stepping up?
No, she just, I think, sits on her butt and lets Channing Tatum bring in the money. That's what I'd do.
If you're Channing
Tatum. If I was Channing Tatum's wife, I'd just chill.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as step-up movies go, it was
the
bestest. If there would have been more Moose, I would have been happy, but
Moose?
That's the character I like.
Oh, okay.
He shows up at the end of the movie. He's part of like the 80 bajillion people that show up to help him, like...
So it's like a weird reference and cameo?
He shows up, he's in the middle of like this actual dance scene with a bunch of SWAT people, like they're dancers dressed up as SWAT. So he shows up there, and then he shows up to go like... He goes up to the hotel guy. He's like, hey dog, what up? And he has this weird name that ends in the third. He's like, I'm Winston...
The Moose the Third.
Winston Percival James the Third, but you can call me Moose. And he's like, these people seem to love their neighborhood. Yo, you should like totally take that into consideration. And that's like his line. And then the guy's like, why Moose? Why not? And that's his entire line, and you're sitting there going, honest, and he's featured in the commercial.
So yeah.
So you sit there expecting Moose to be in the movie, but he's not in the movie, but whatever.
Like how Robert Downey Jr. was in the Hulk.
Yeah, you know.
Seeing him in the trailers.
Yeah. You go, Iron Man! Yeah, and then, he wasn't in it, and then after.
Barely. That doesn't count.
Anywho, what have you been doing?
A lot of games. I played Lollipop Chainsaw. I finished it, and I think that's totally worth the $40 or $50 that it's worth. It's totally awesome.
It's fun though, right?
It is so insanely.
The stories.
That's par for the course for Suda though.
And yeah, you know that was a Suda game.
And the combat's kind of broken, but not really at the same time for me.
For me, if you got when I got to the second or third level, the combat evened out because you got your combos going.
Yes, yeah. You understood the hit mechanics for the buttons because it, starting off it's like square, 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 and you gotta time it so that you hit it before the next animation hits. Yeah. Once you have all of the timings down for that game, right, for the combos, it makes total sense.
Yep.
In my mind.
Yeah, and you just have to unlock you have to unlock the combos. That's your other.
I did save up for the 99.
Yeah.
99 whatever, which is totally worth it.
Yeah, the super duper ultimate. Yeah. Swooshy one.
Yeah, that game's pretty awesome. I would love a sequel to that. For some odd reason that I could play as the rest of the family.
Yeah.
Some weird DLC or something like that.
Yeah. Well, and the voice work was good too. I liked it.
It was oddly good.
Yeah.
It was almost too bubbly for me, but that's kind of how they were going for it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the rest of the family, the people who were playing you sit there going,
how did they? Who was that? The little girl who? Oh my God, she was so. I'm driving my car.
I know.
I'm driving a bus. And then, Juliet, your sister bought a bus.
Yeah.
What? She comes in with a bus. I'm like, oh.
Of course.
What?
The bus.
And then she gets a wrecking ball.
Yeah. And
you get an achievement or trophy for not getting hit with it. Did you get hit by it?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
There's a trophy where it's like, don't give her a license or something like that. And don't get hit by the wrecking ball during the scene. I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Oh, God. And Lex Luthor's the head. He's the boyfriend. The guy who played Lex Luthor from Smallville.
I guess works a little thin after he turned down Lex. Let's be honest. Between Lollipop Chainsaw and PG porn, it's not getting a lot of work.
Well, that's where he came. And I mean, that's the guy who wrote it. It's one of the PG porn guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the Gunn brothers. Who helped write Super. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The final boss is pretty awesome. The ending's pretty awesome. Okay, there's 2 endings. I think the bad ending's better than the good ending, to be honest. Because it fits in line with the story.
Story more.
But the good ending's all happy and all like, yeah, here's your birthday cake.
Of course.
Yeah. At the end, the bad ending, if you've got the bad, that's when you don't save all the kids.
Okay.
If you don't rescue everybody, you get the bad ending, where you go to the house, everyone's all happy, and then the mom's like, where have you been? And she turns around, she's a zombie. And I'm like, yeah, that's better. that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I screwed up on saving some of those munchkins. So.
Do you have a problem with the loading times, or not? Or did you install it to your Xbox?
No, I didn't install it. I don't install any of the games I get from
Okay.
the super special place. So,
Yeah, I found the loading times to be a little problematic.
yeah, I can
So-
attest. Yes,
So,
but I mean the rest of the game I think made up for it because
Mhm.
I really didn't. Once you get into it, it was pretty. Pretty good. So.
did you use a lot of the Nick tickets? Because I didn't. Really.
No, I never used it.
I used it
The one time when they were like, use a ticket, and I'm like,
because you don't do a lot of damage.
no,
if
you don't,
anything.
you don't do a ton. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was kicking more butt with my chainsaw than anything else.
Yeah.
So. I like the other parts with Nick where you like throw his head onto the bodies.
I
and
found
do
those
that
to be a
kind of
little bit. I thought that those could be fleshed out a little bit more.
stuff. Probably, yeah.
Just because they just ended up being button presses. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is a dumb
Quick
QTE.
time event in.
And then I thought those could have been way neater. Multiplayer would have been neat, just to play as the Nick bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been playing Lollipop. I finished it, so trophies are pretty simple and they're not overly difficult.
You have to finish a bunch of my games. I was looking at my gamer
Mhm.
score on my Xbox. 5,000 behind one guy, and I was totaling up. And if I actually finished most of the games I own,
Mhm.
I'll catch up.
Yeah, but some of those trophies and points are so ridiculously difficult.
It's not even that. It's just that I got to a certain point and stopped playing.
Oh, I see what you're talking
So if I actually just finished the
also
game,
like the points for the completion of just the
even just
game.
those, and some of the ones where it's just do this and do that that are really simple ones, I can do them and actually catch up to them, and I'm like, oh.
The trophy list for Metal Gear Solid 4, so easy.
Oh yeah.
It looks really, really freaking easy. There's nothing to do with like finish on hard mode or anything. But it's all about collecting and just like really niche things where it's like get to this part of the game and do this, and then get to this part of the game and do this, without spoiling.
Yeah.
So Lollipop Chainsaw, finish that. Splinter Cell Conviction. It's a game I think I bought it for like $10 or $5.
Yeah, you got it cheap.
Or $7 even.
Yeah.
It was, for starters, it was hard to get back into the Xbox controller. I'm like, X button. Okay. Y button. Okay.
See? And that's why, like, those monochromatic controllers that they came out with?
Mhm.
I'm sitting there going, man, that'd be so hard if you hadn't played Xbox in forever. Or if you just got one of those because, like, your parents thought it looked cool and you were getting an Xbox for the first time and they bought it for you and it's like, press this button. It's like, oh, the blue one. They're all gray.
So, Splinter Cell is good.
I know. I'm looking forward to the next
The
one.
Blacklist looks really good, and I'll be able to play it on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's just all kinds of stealth fun.
Oh, I know.
It's hard to It's hard to know when you're being spotted or not. And I just got to the point where you get the sonar goggles, where it's like, oh, Sam's not gonna get those goggles. Bing! Oh no, he gets them.
Yep.
And they're better than the 4.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten to the part where the guy's like, yeah, the enemies are gonna have them too, and I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of scared when that happens. I don't know, it's like, he's over there. I'm like, well, my stealth is blown.
It doesn't get that much trickier.
Okay.
Yeah.
He made it sound like it was gonna be like challenging.
It gets a little tougher, but it's not like they can pinpoint you exactly.
Okay.
So.
Because I like taking my time especially in Splinter Cell games, in stealth games, I like hiding in the shadows and watching moves first.
Well, that's what I liked about this game is you can do that, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then get this, and then do this. Like you have it all planned out.
Yeah,
but even if you screw up, it's not like the other Splinter Cell games where you're absolutely hooped.
Yeah.
This one you can actually like.
You can still. It's kind of a run and gun still.
Yeah.
You can still run and gun and fix everything. You're
Yeah.
just not gonna get the best score, or
Right.
You're gonna come up. With
But you
a
can
couple
actually
goals.
still finish the game. Like I found with the old Splinter Cells, you get caught and it's like.
Yeah, I'm
restart.
I have Chaos Theory on my PC, and there's no. I found those games the learning curve for those and the difficulty so high.
Yeah.
And with Conviction, I feel like I can make the mistakes. I feel like I can take out the guy. I wish I could pick up Dead Bodies again.
Yes.
But other than that.
But I mean, maybe in the next one.
Yeah.
Like Blacklist looks. And I mean, the action in that one is insane.
Yeah. Shoot, clown wall. Shoot.
Hey, you! What? Because I'll totally have my Connect going for that.
I have no idea what I would do.
Graham's just happy that you can, like, whistle again kind of thing. Yeah. Like, he's like, I'm glad you can actually get there and, like, or just, like, knock on the wall.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to Connect. I almost bought one. For $80.
It's not too bad. Did it come with anything?
It was used. So I was like, So, Splinter Cell.
Then you have more stuff to put on your
Yeah,
television.
not good. That's why I was like, no.
And that one moves on its own, so you can even pile stuff. You'd have to, like.
Yeah, my camera thing's on top of my Wii sensor bar. And
You'd have to.
I have no idea.
That'd get tricky.
Yeah.
Although you could put it like there and have it point over there, so you could face that while it was doing something there.
Yeah, but if it's one of those games like Mass Effect that you don't even need the camera for.
Yeah, it could sit anywhere.
Yeah, but then that's just an overqualified microphone. I'm like, well, fuck.
You'd get Dance Central.
Yeah, I would.
You know you would.
Yeah, I would.
Or you get Star Wars Connect. It has dancing in it.
I'll pass.
Finally start playing my. That's what I played. That's what's in my Xbox.
What's you play?
The Disneyland Adventure Connect game.
Oh, the one that everyone wanted, and then it sold like $0.
Because I can play in my room now, so.
Right.
And it works. I can actually play Connect in my room, so I have to get some Connect games again.
Connectable games. Connectimals.
I do want to try that.
You get a tiger.
I know. I do want to try that one, and I do want to try Elmo and Cookie Monsters.
Once Upon a Monster.
Once Upon a Monster.
Well, it's made by Tim Schafer, so.
I know.
You cannot go wrong with that.
And if I can play as Cookie Monster and not Elmo, so stoked.
I don't think you play as either. I think you play as.
Oh yeah, you're just following.
You're just a kid.
Yeah.
Hey, look at. Hey, he's looking him. He's following.
Yeah. Quick, the monster over there. We have to move like him, and then you gotta. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
No. Okay.
So.
I gotta get that game now. The fact that I can actually like play Connect games without moving everything downstairs is.
It's still kind of cramped, but.
I got it. Well, and it's funny.
Did you get the zoom in?
No, but I talked to Graham because he has one, and it helps.
Okay.
Like it's kind of leery.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, totally works. He's like, you're setting up your Connect, and it.
Yeah, it makes it zooms out a little.
It really, it zooms out a couple feet actually.
Yeah, I saw comparison shots of that.
So I'm like, okay, I will fork over $20 for that or whatever it is. So.
eBay is probably even cheaper.
Yeah, but eBay have to wait.
That's true.
Maybe I'll just go on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
I have to order it. Well, because like Amazon, I can get Sonic Generations for $23. So I'm like, okay. And I think I can get Sonic the Hedgehog, the Xbox 360 game that like everybody says not to play. I can get it for $5 or $7.
Don't waste your money.
And I'm like, I should just Sonic theme this order. So
Don't do it.
there's stuff in my little like shopping cart, and I'm like,
Don't do Sonic 3 or whatever.
I think it was Sonic 5. Like they didn't write a number, but it was.
Oh, it's that one where they called it Sonic, right?
Yeah, it was just Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Or there was Sonic Colors for the Wii.
Don't
And
do Dark Knight. Don't do whatever the werewolf one was.
I'm not doing the werewolf one. I don't want to do that one. But Sonic Generations was $23, so I'm like,
it's not terrible.
I'll think about it because I did have fun with that game. So.
For the most part.
Yeah. I got my MP3s for it though, so that's okay. Found the music. Either who.
Yes.
Splinter Cell. Kicking ass.
Yes.
Taking names.
Shooting in the dark.
Yeah.
In black and white. Weird. God, took a while to get used to that.
And I like the little action shots you can do too.
Yeah, the executes.
Yeah.
It's weird to get used to the black and white in the darkness thing instead of just pitch black.
Oh yeah.
It's such a strange, like even for Metal Gear Solid, like for me that's a strange thing to be. It's like I'm in the darkness, they can't see me. No, you're in black and white, they can't see you. Okay, cool, I guess. Been playing that. What else did I do? A lot of handheld games actually. What did I play last week?
Silent Hill.
Yes, Silent Hill HD Collection finally came in the library. I was first in line. The game is still scary as shit.
Really?
Like they don't make those Silent Hill games as they used to. Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, so good. The horror in them is just amazing. The atmosphere is it's amazing. I don't play them at night unless you're crazy.
That'd be me.
Yeah, I did it once, never again. Even like I even knew when things were happening, and it's still kind of hard to play those.
Now they're patched, so all of those little.
They're better.
Problems.
It's okay. So it's patched. I played the patched version for 2, anyways. I didn't do a lot of 3, but the voices are still kind of off with the lips, but not like when they're not talking.
Still
Lips
talking.
yeah, but it's not off that way.
Okay.
But it's off in the sense that the lips aren't like O's don't look like O's out of the lips, and T's don't look like T's. But that's only because they brought it up from the PS2.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the problems that I think people had. And I haven't gone to the CGI stuff yet.
Yeah.
There's CGIs in Silent Hill 2. Not so much in 3, but 2. There's they pre-rendered some stuff.
Yep.
So I haven't got to those things yet, and maybe I think I'll find some of the more stark differences there. But they did a really good job with this port.
Cool.
I think I don't know who's doing Konami's ports, but they just do a really, really good job.
They've
like Metal Gear 1's awesome.
Yep.
Obviously Silent Hill's pretty good. I think when it's not $40, maybe like $25, I think I will definitely pick it up. But even now I can't find it in shelves. It's Silent Hill Downpour, Silent Hill Homecoming, and HD Collection is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want this, but I'm worried I can't find it.
It's okay. I keep looking for Skyrim.
Is
I can get it for $40 at Future Shop, or I can get the recycled version at
the
EB for $55.
Sweet.
And I'm like,
what a savings.
I can get it brand new at Future
Savings.
Shop for $40.
You're saving money though.
It's used.
See, you're saving less money.
Like, the full version at EB is $60. The used recycled version is $55.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, and then I look online and I go to my Future Shop app and it's like, Skyrim, $40. And I'm like,
not still too much though.
if I had a $10 coupon, done.
Yeah, July's gone, dude.
No, that's, but like I'm sitting there going, if they $10 off, done. Like I'd have that game. Yep.
I think that's my thing with Silent Hill at the HD collection is they're really good games. They're just really scary sometimes. And then thank God that they still have the same for the Revelations.
Yep.
Silent Hill Revelations. They have the original score maker from the original Silent Hill making the music for. So I'm like, so much there that I take my money for these movie tickets. I will watch your movie and pee my pants scared.
You sound excited about that. Peeing your pants? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's well earned.
It's a well earned pee, then boy howdy, I'm not gonna complain.
So go get HD Collection if you can find it.
Yep.
Around. I don't know how much is on Amazon, if you can still find it on Amazon, but I would wager it gets around $30. That's my best bet. So I haven't played a lot of the 3 yet, so I can't really gauge it yet. Collection. Wow, $40.
Yep.
Kind of difficult to find then.
$40 and $42.50 on the Xbox.
That's still a little high. Yeah. I wonder what those Devil May Cry collection ports are like. I haven't played those. I know that's on the library place. So
I was actually thinking of that while we were talking, but I didn't want to go on my computer. But now that I'm here, either who,
yes,
handheld. You were playing.
I mean, I popped in some Lego Batman too, and I played about 5 minutes about that.
Yep.
The one thing I have a problem with that is the voice acting, which is this is the first Lego game in all time in
with
all
voice acting.
Yeah, so it's always been like.
Yeah.
Now it's actually they're trying to make it sound like the animated series.
Right.
So Lex Luthor sounds like Lex Luthor from the animated series of, Justice League and Superman. Bruce Wayne, not so much. Everyone else is kind of... It's weird. The voice acting is a little bit jarring to get used to.
Oh, okay.
I still need to play a little bit more of it to fully understand it. They've done a really good job with the minifigs collecting this time around, because before you just used your blocks to buy the figs in your hub world.
Right.
Now if you see them in the world, you just beat the crap out of them and then you can get them.
Oh, cool.
So you see the Riddler, you get him at the end of the level.
Oh.
So, and I think there's like 40 or 50 minifigs.
There's always a lot.
In all of the DC, not just Batman now.
Yeah.
So they have Bane, they've got Catwoman, they've got all the DC guys, Flash, and everyone is in there. So definitely worth picking up if you are a Lego fan.
Yep.
I think.
The Lego games are always good. I mean, Lego Batman 1 was pretty good.
Yeah, that one sold that sold bananas, dude.
It sold pretty good. Well, and its numbers went up because they started packaging it in with Xboxes.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I got it with my second Xbox. I got it for free.
Yay.
Because my Xbox.
And there's this will be the first game with voice acting. And the second game for them is going to be the Lord of the Rings one.
Yes.
And I don't know where they're getting the voice acting from. But I watched the trailer for it, and I think they're just pulling it right from the movie.
Well, that's what they've done for every other Lord of the Rings thing that's in existence, so that wouldn't be all that
it's just odd
surprising.
To me, where it's like, hey, they've got a cave troll.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, they did that in
Lego Ian McCallum.
Yeah. They did that in the other games too. It was like, here's live action shots from the movie and the game, and you're like, okay. They even did it in that RPG game where you were following the people. It's like, here's clips from the movie, and then your guys come in.
I hate those Two Towers games were great, but terrible at the same time.
They were all terrible.
They looked cool, and then you played them for longer than 10 minutes.
I finished the Two Tower game, I think, in one night. My friend and I went to his place. He was a huge Lord of the Ring nut. We were playing. He passed out.
Out of boredom?
Nah, maybe. It was late, so we'll attribute it to that. And I'm just like, whatever. I just kept going. I ended up beating the entire game. He wakes up, and I'm like, totally saved, whatever the place was. Gondor?
No, this is Two Towers, right?
Yeah. What was it? Rohan?
No, not Rohan.
Helm's Deep.
Yes, that's the one.
Ha.
Getting a deep one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I'm like, yeah, totally defended Helm's Deep. No bigs. He's like, you finished it? And I'm like, you fell asleep. Not my fault.
Isn't that game multiplayer?
Yeah. Because we were co-oping it.
Yeah.
And he fell asleep, so I just booted him out. Kept playing. In all honesty, if I do this, and you don't wake up, not my problem. Especially back then, because I never slept at sleepovers.
Sleepover?
Yeah. We'd play Super Smash Bros. Till parents came to pick us up. Or Risk, if parents would come up and be like, you're still watching television? No, we're playing games. Get off the TV. And it's like, so we'd run into the room and start playing board games. My friend and I played Risk for 9 hours. We had all the armies out.
Risk games.
And then you go up for breakfast the next morning, and his mom's like, so you boys got some sleep? Yes.
Did I tell you about
sleep?
Did I tell you the first LAN party I ever went to with some friends?
No.
We were playing. This is when Counter-Strike was a huge game, and Baldur's Gate 2 was a huge game. So we were like, yeah, we're gonna play this. We're gonna play Baldur's Gate and play Counter-Strike, and we did.
Yep.
We started playing those games. I think we started Baldur's Gate 2, and we got to about 3/4 of the way in, and we're like, okay, hungry. Do you guys want food? So I'm going upstairs. Guys, where'd that light come from? Why is there still light? Oh.
Damn. Yeah.
We missed out on sleep.
Yep. No sleeping.
Are you guys tired? No.
We did that constant, and honest, we did it, my friend at a church function, like a sleepover at his church. And my friend and it was my friend's birthday the next day. So we were going to his place for a sleepover the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to this guy's church in the evening. We were going to go to bed after hide and seek, which in a church is awesome.
I think that's a good idea. I mean,
so my friend and I hid in the baptismal tub for like an hour and a half. No one found us.
You just pretend you're a gargoyle.
People were hiding under pews, and it's like a large downtown church, so it's like no one's looking under all the pews.
That's right.
Yeah, they went upstairs and they're like, and then it ended up people just got bored because you have 30 people trying to find you and you're just sitting in the baptismal tub like it was big. My buddy and I were in there like, someone runs by, they kind of look back and we hide it a little bit better. And they're like, oh, nothing there, and they just keep going. No one ever came into the damn. We're just like, okay. But then we were gonna go to bed, and these guys in the next room over, we actually heard Jigglypuff from Super Smash Bros. Melee, and we're like, because we were huge Super Smash Bros. Nuts. So we ran into the other room, and they were trying to beat that one challenge, like challenge 51 or whatever it was, where it was like Giga Bowser, Mewtwo, and something else.
Mm.
And they were trying to beat those guys, and they couldn't do it. And I'm like, oh, I've got this one. And they're like, really? And I do it with Jigglypuff. So, beat that, and they're like, awesome! So that was all the challenges done. And then we just played Super Smash Bros. All night until the sun came up. We're like, uh-oh. So now we had my friend's birthday party. So we're like, whatever, okay, I'll see you at your house. So our parents came to pick us up. We both went home. We both got changed, grabbed stuff, go to his place. Played Super Smash Bros. All night. Didn't sleep for like an entire weekend. I can't do that anymore.
Productive.
Yep. I cannot do that anymore.
That's too bad.
I'm apparently old now. So.
I don't feel so old. My friend's like, oh, watching A-Team on the Netflix makes me feel like I'm watching reruns. I'm like, yes. Not old.
This is like brand new for me.
Yes.
Graham has a way of doing that, because I'm like, Power Rangers is going into its 20th season.
Oh,
it's been 20 years of Power Rangers, and apparently the next season's supposed to be insane, because they're bringing back weapons and Zords and all this stuff from all the other seasons.
Wait, they took those out?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch the middle parts of Power Rangers.
So, well, the Zords are all, like, they're different Zords every year.
Yeah.
But they're actually going to bring back, like, vintage stuff. And I'm like, excited for the 20th year of Power Rangers, and he's like, wow, Power Rangers, Graham, Power Rangers is like as old as I am. I hate you. He's not that much older. He's not that much younger, but just little comments like that, because it was like, I watched Power Rangers when I was like 5, 6, 7.
It was that and Beetleborgs for me.
Yeah.
Both of those. Except Beetleborgs is only 2 seasons, so yes.
Yeah, I can finish that in like, a week. Not Power Rangers.
Yeah, tough.
And you gotta get through all the junk seasons.
All of the middle ones?
But the bonus is Sabin owns them again.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing some good stuff.
Yeah, so at least he, I think, did the second half of Power Rangers Samurai.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's a weird last name.
Yeah, I know. Haim Saban. Because Disney bought it for a while. But either way. Yeah. And then a handheld game.
No, well, I played the Blade Brave game.
Oh, did you?
For just shits and giggles. Have you seen the movie?
I haven't seen the movie.
It's actually really good.
I know.
The movie's actually pretty good.
It's Pixar. I can already tell you it's going to probably make me cry, and it'll be decent, so.
Yeah, there's a scene where you can cry.
See?
There's a scene where you cry.
I don't cry at dance movies, but I totally cry at animated films.
The game is not quite so good.
Really?
I just I'm like, well, what have I got to lose?
Your dignity?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
The problem with those like Disney Pixar movie games is that they don't use the character models from the movies.
No. Which
makes complete sense because you didn't have it there. the Merida in the game looks like a pile of poo.
Yeah.
And the one in the movie looks great because they recycled the hair from Tangled.
Yeah.
And it looks awesome, but
different engines, all that fun stuff.
So I promptly took that out.
Good job. Good choice.
I think I got one trophy before I'm like, oh. This is gonna better play some more Rock Band to get this out of the way. So there's that. A brief moment of terrible. Theater rhythm. I'm just trying to play through that. I'm done the game now, so which I think I fought the final boss, which I can't tell if it was or not. There's a weird story progression in that game where you don't know if you're actually doing story or not.
Oh, okay.
Where like you're getting your rhythmia from everything you do,
yeah.
And at certain points it's like, here's a boss fight because you got 10,000 rhythmia. I'm like, well, what's the significance of this? You stopped chaos from going over the land. Wait, that was the final boss fight? Pretty much, that's all the game is.
Yeah.
I mean, my bottom screen scratched to hell. Thank God there's a screen protector on it. So, I'm playing that. Popped in Rhythm Thief, the Emperor's something treasure.
Yes.
The one game that's discontinued now. So if you're looking for it, tough luck. I think Amazon's got it pretty costly right now.
Probably.
So I know EV Games isn't stocking them anymore for some reason unbeknownst to me, like the first Phoenix Wright game. So maybe if you guys petition hard enough, you guys bring the game back.
Yay!
So I didn't play a lot of it. It's a lot like what's that game that you like? The level 5 game, Professor Layton.
Yes.
It's pretty much Professor Layton with music puzzles.
Like instead of puzzles.
Instead of puzzles, just what do you call it? Music puzzles.
Yeah.
And it's so much like Layton where you tap the background.
Oh yeah, get stuff.
You don't pick up coins.
No.
You pick up music notes.
Of course.
So, you pick up music notes, and of course every screen is scattered with a billion notes. So you're trying to make a song or something like that, and you're making like melodies, kind of. I haven't played a lot of it, but it's pretty much Professor Layton.
I see another crossover game coming.
Rhythm Thief
versus
guys, Elite Beat Agents. Yes, the Elite Beat Agents are trying to catch the thief, Rhythm Thief.
There you go. Or you see, or you could add it to the Professor Layton, Phoenix Wright, Rhythm Thief versus Oh God.
Everybody in the same game.
And you have to put them all together. So first you investigate the crime scene to find coins and
then
music notes.
Go to the law. You go to the court system.
Yeah.
The judge will hit his gavel.
Yeah.
And the Elite Beat Agents will show their evidence. Because. And then Miles Edgeworth.
Objection. So then you have to solve a puzzle.
And then you have that Maya chick that turned into a bigger girl when her sister takes over her body spirit. Wow, the game writes itself.
Yep. It's gonna be a classic. I can already tell.
one run.
Woo.
Oh, there, day one. So that's a game. It's pretty good.
Yep.
I will have to put it down though because I got a bigger game this week. The Kingdom Hearts game for the 3DS.
Dream drop distance.
It's their way of saying Kingdom Hearts
3D.
Which is, it's kind of dumb. The game is amazing.
Okay.
It looks like the old, like the PS2 games, like the Kingdom Hearts 2 one,
Yep.
which looked fantastic.
It looked great, yeah.
So, on a handheld, in 3D, it looks fantastic. You've got, the story takes place right after Coded.
Okay.
So this is actually, like, Dream Drop Distance is the last version chronologically in this story. So, what happened at the end of Coded was, and Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora and Riku, they're going to be Keyblade Masters now,
right.
if they weren't already, because they saved how many worlds?
Pretty damn good with those things, but okay.
But Master Yen says like, no, you guys gotta do your test again. So you go into these, they call them sleeping worlds. You don't fight Heartless, you don't fight Nobodies or whatever, you fight Dream Eaters, which is Square Enix's solution to Pokemon. Because in the past games you had Donald,
yeah,
Goofy, and one of the marquee characters from the games.
Yep.
You don't have them this time around. You have these Dream Eaters, which you can not tame, but you kind of find the pieces for them, and then you craft them, and then they're part of your team. So you have your Sora or your Riku running around fighting the bad Dream Eaters, getting the recipes
for the other Dream
for the good Dream Eaters.
Kooky.
So the gameplay is a lot faster this time around because of the flow motion system that they've decided to add. What it is if you dash into a wall or a pole or certain enemies, you'll go into a faster mode of transportation to zip across the levels.
Oh.
And if you hit the enemies, you can perform flow motion attacks, which is kind of a cinematic kill.
Cool.
For the characters. It looks really good for starters. I'll show you some of it later. It's way better than the demo. If you've played the demo, it's completely different this time around.
Cool.
Does have Circle Pad Pro support.
Okay.
Don't need it.
I was just gonna say, do you need it?
No, the action is fast enough.
Yep.
That you can keep up with it, but the shoulder buttons do a good job of adjusting the cameras as you need to. And it's great because I got a fancy case with my game. So don't need the Circle Pad Pro for that.
Huzzah!
So it's too bad because the camera angles aren't the greatest because it's on a small screen.
Yeah.
But they did what they could. What really boggles my mind is the way they balanced Sora and Riku's gameplay, because technically you're playing both stories at the same time.
Okay.
You have a little drop meter at the bottom that starts off at 1, and it starts emptying out slowly as you're playing through one of the characters. When it hits 0, you drop. Like your character falls asleep.
Okay.
And then you're forced to switch to the next character.
Oh.
So if you're in the middle of a tense fight, you drop out of it, you go switch to the next character and you do their story. Until theirs drops, and then you switch back to the first person, and if you're in a boss fight, tough luck, you start the boss fight over again.
Oh, okay.
So you can drop anytime you want. So,
if you're getting to a boss fight, you could drop.
You can kind of tell when the boss fights are coming or when big cinematic sequences are about to start.
Yeah.
So you can drop before then. If you drop, the idea is that you wait until the very last minute to switch to the other character, because you're picking up these items that boost the other character when they wake up from their dream.
Huh.
It's a weird way to balance the two stories at the same time, but it's done so seamlessly, because I'll be playing as Riku in the Quasimodo world. Yeah, what's that movie?
The
Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know what? I never actually watched that movie.
I can lend you that movie.
I know, it's one of the Disney movies that everyone says I should watch. I'll eventually. It seems good. The story seems alright. So I'm playing as him. I drop, and I'm playing as Sora in the grid, aka Tron World, and it picks up right there. There's no loading. There's no anything. Just it's completely seamless. A few menu options to decide which bonuses you want to transfer over, and then that's it. So the transfer is nice. It's very you don't have to worry about anything.
Cool.
But the weird how they have to make you switch back and forth like that. It's a neat system, I think, for a handheld, but when they progress forward to the inevitable Kingdom Hearts 3, they're going to need to find a way to balance the stories out. Because what they did with Birth by Sleep was you had to play 3 characters, and while the stories happened simultaneously, you played one character all the way through. You didn't have to switch.
Oh, and then you played
Yeah, you played the second one, and the third one, and then you unlock the endings, and that's how you do it. So, so far, I've played Hunchback of Notre Dame's world, Tron's, the grid's in it.
Yep.
I think Pinocchio's world's in it again, and I know that the Three Musketeers world's in it.
Oh, cool.
So, the game is pretty good at putting you in. If you've never played a Kingdom Hearts game before, it's really good at summarizing
everything that's happening.
Well, the important scenes, anyways.
That's all you need.
Yeah, like Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and Birth by Sleep are the major ones, really. And whenever they're going to do their HD collection, that would be a good time for people who've never played them before. You would love them. They're really good. A little dated, but still good.
That's okay. If they're HD and they do it right, I wouldn't care.
Yeah. So I would highly recommend this game. If you have a 3DS, this would be a great game to play. The 3D works really well, as opposed to some of the other 3Ds and the other 3DS games where it's kind of not necessary. It actually seems, it's really seamless, really.
Cool.
You don't notice that fists are coming at your face or anything like that. Like occasionally you get ghosting. The spirits that you collect, the Dream Eaters, you can actually level them up, like Pokemon. You collect items in the world and you feed them to them.
Okay.
And if you have the special AR cards, you can actually put them on your table. And then they're walking around on the table, and you can like poke at them and stuff like that. I don't know. The way that you get skills is it's all based off of the skills off of the Dream Eaters.
Okay.
If you remember Final Fantasy VIII,
yes.
The way that you get magic skills in that game, it's a little bit like that, except it's not quite so dumb.
Okay.
So when you level up the Dream Eater and he learns Cure, both, not just the character using the Dream Eater gets Cure, but both Sora and Riku get that skill.
Okay.
So it's not like one person, you're forced to use one person all the way through and then switch over. All the skills are transferable. So when you pick up items, they're split between the two, which is, again, really weird because you play them at the same time. So
if you're in a dream world, you can...
It's odd.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's certain character-only skills that, say, Riku only has, and that makes sense because of the story-wise.
Yeah.
He's still kind of wrapped in darkness, so he can only use the dark skills.
Okay.
So, I would yes, get this game.
Cool.
It's fantastic. The story is really engaging. The characters look fantastic. I wish there was more. Okay, I'm gonna screw this up. More characters from The World Ends With You. World Ends With Us.
Yeah, ends with you.
Ends us. You. Us.
The World Ends With You.
The one DS game that Square Enix made that was completely original and they didn't do a follow-up for. Kind of. Except in Kingdom Hearts 3D.
I don't think a lot of people bought it.
I has it.
I didn't. I never. I
can let you borrow it.
I would have liked.
It's so strange.
That's what I mean, and that's what I heard. I think that kind of threw some people off.
The learning curve. The learning curve is like this.
Yeah.
It's because, not to get on a weird tangent, but I guess that's where they got the idea of playing as two characters at the same time. Because in The World Ends With Us, you actually play two characters simultaneously. One screen, top screen. You gotta decide which ones you want to use.
Oh yes, I have read the reviews for that game.
It is so neat. I'm at the end of that game actually, but I'm lost. So I got confused, scared when I peed my pants. So
good pee.
It's a good game.
Well earned pee.
I was on the toilet.
Oh good. Oh well then.
I'm safe.
That's where I play most of my games, just in case.
So yes, go pick up Kingdom Hearts 3D, and I know the collector's edition they made like 4, so good luck getting it. The store I went to only had like 2.
Woohoo!
So I'm like, yay! Thank God you convinced me to get the $15 extra version. So
yes,
and it's still less than a full-size game, the collector's edition. So I'm like, well, that's kind of a hard not to get it. So yeah, sure.
Why not?
I will finish that game soon.
News?
Yes. This is why this section is kind of large, because there's not a lot of news.
I have one other thing we can talk about. Just kind of...
I read something today at work, and I didn't actually research it, so I will mention it real quick.
We can just talk, because and mine's not even game or movie related. It's because the Olympics are on right now.
Oh, is it the Zelda one?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll post that later on.
Okay. No, the Olympic thing, and I guess we can start.
Oh, was it the ping pong team?
No,
okay.
Not even that.
Okay.
There's the badminton people that are idiots.
Well, of course.
Because they threw, like 6 teams through their games because they didn't want to play the person in first.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one controversy that's just dumb.
Did you hear about the Chinese team one?
Which?
Where they're trying to throw the game so that they would have they would have 2 medals for the same game. So it would be China gold, and they would have gold and silver. So all the China teams got disqualified for that. I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, all those badminton teams got booted. But right now, like, the biggest kind of wonky thing is, I'm not sure what country she's from, but Asian swimmer, female. She beat world records apparently that were set by guys, which is not a huge deal.
That's fine.
Like I mean, it's a bigger deal because she's, I think, 17 or something. So her beating someone like Michael Phelps is, wow.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But she beat that world record by about a second, which in swimming is like...
It's like years.
Yeah.
It's years.
They compared it on the television to beating Lance Armstrong in the Tour de France by about 5 hours. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, those races go down in microseconds.
Oh yes, and then the other part of this is she beat her personal best from last month by like 5 seconds. So they've tested her apparently, and there's no steroids, and there hasn't been any blood doping. So now the like kind of Olympic, not committee, but like community of fans and people who watch, it's starting genetic doping.
Genetic doping?
Yeah. Changing genes to help you actually do better.
So is this like gene therapy?
Essentially, yeah. Like, so they're
I've
saying
heard about
like
that.
They're saying like that they've altered her genes to make her breathe underwater longer, like, or to be able to hold her breath longer, like that kind of stuff.
What?
And I'm like,
have they never heard of adrenaline rush?
This is too much for like an adrenaline rush type of, like, that's what they're trying. Everybody's a little wonked out by this. So gene therapy. Well, gene doping. Messing with your genes. We'll have we'll have mutant games pretty soon.
Okay, science fiction.
Yep. It's gonna be a real thing.
All right, this match is only, these people only have X amount of drugs, so
yeah.
It should be fine. Good clean match, guys. Go.
Why can't people just compete?
I find it funny how the Olympics, how they started out in Greece.
Yeah.
Yet Greece is right now.
I love how everybody's so super, like, Canada sends, what, 240 some Olympians? We're at, what, 8 medals?
7.
Yeah.
7 or 8. Something
yeah,
similar.
and
something single digit.
And everybody's like, how can you send that many people? And it's like, there's no snow in these Olympics. Duh.
Yeah, I'm surprised we got the judo one, to be honest.
Yeah, where the hell did that come from?
Like, Canadian fighter much? He's gonna be on MMA now.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, you're pretty good at fighting, eh?
I knew the girl who did the taekwondo in the Beijing Olympics. She trained at my club when I used to do taekwondo. So she was learning from an actual Korean.
Oh, well, that's good.
So, and I mean, she could kick everybody's butt at our club, but...
Well, Olympics is a kind of whole different league.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and I mean, it's a whole different caliber. But yeah, judo, rowing. I watched our rowing guys. We can row, but that's just melted snow. So...
I haven't seen... I don't think I have the channel for Olympics. So
CTV?
We'll see later.
Either way. And you can live stream online.
That's true.
But
I've been working, so...
Yeah, but no, I literally have watched rowing because my dad said that the TV downstairs was broken. So I went and turned the TV on and the satellite on, and I pressed the input button a couple of times, and I had television.
And then you just kind of stuck there.
And then I'm like, oh, the Olympics is on.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
So I was watching NBC, which covers only the States. Like, they don't care about anybody else. And I'm
of course
like,
not.
Okay, CTV.
Yeah.
And that bugged me just because the announcers were cheering. Because
you're not supposed to, eh?
They don't mind, like, you can, because CTV is the Canadian coverage. So it's not like they have to be good to the other countries. They can sit there going, go Canada.
Oh yeah, they're not like the judges either. So.
Yeah. They're just commentators, but it's annoying to watch on television. Because, you know, the guys are all rowing. And it's 8 guys in one boat rowing. And, these guys are sitting there and it's like, Canada's in second, come on Canada, go Canada! And you're like, can you just shut up and tell me who everybody else is? Because, like, that team down in the bottom 6th lane is really making some headway. And I'd like to know where they're from. Thank you very much. Do your job. But apparently if you watch the live stream on the internet, it's straight from the Olympics. You get no commentary whatsoever. You get the sound from the actual stadium.
See, I feel like I need commentary, though, because...
For some of it I would, because I have no idea what's going on in half those sports.
Or the teams. Or, like, the country, for the matter. Like, I don't know how to pronounce half those countries.
Oh, no.
So, Yeah, that's why I don't know much about the Olympics, other than the fact that Canada's total medal standing is way less than China's gold medal standing.
Yeah. Kazakhstan is doing better than us.
A lot of people are doing better than us.
20-some teams or 20-some countries are doing better than us.
I think we're in 11th place now.
No.
Are we?
In the papers we're in 11th because they do the top 10 and then Canada.
Nice.
In actual medal standing, I think we're 26th.
Mm-hmm.
If we can win one gold, we boot up to like 16th.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we only have a couple more hours left, so I don't know what's left, or if we can compete. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. Either way, but yeah, that's the new thing. So Mutant Olympics soon, everybody. Give it another Rio de Janeiro. You'll have mutants walking.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout. What happened?
Some guy will show up with 4 legs
An arm
in a
coming out of
swimming
the
in a swimming competition.
The weightlifting will have an arm coming out of the stomach.
Yeah. I use 3 arms. They're all my arms.
They're all still my arms,
Yep.
not your arms.
Ha ha ha. Were you born that way? Yes.
Hold on. Reading. Yes.
Yes, I.
So.
Either way, we're that much closer to mutant powers, everybody.
I don't know. Always pick the healing.
Why did we pick the healing? I don't know.
Don't smell brown anymore.
Anywho.
Shall we?
Sure, real news.
Yeah. Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes.
The game that's kind of free to play now.
Yes, up to level 15.
It is now fully free to play.
Well, it's going,
soon.
Yes. I think so.
Fall-ish.
Yeah, they said fall.
Fallish. So you can play up to the level cap 50 right now, or when
that happens, yeah.
It's pretty much a free to play. You can play all the levels. You won't have a lot of restrictions, if any.
It'll be the same as the other games.
Yeah, your standard. You can only hold this many items.
Yeah, have this much money.
Yeah.
Just trade so much. There'll probably be
There's probably gonna be a limit on the auction house and stuff.
Probably a limit on how much you can actually chat.
Yeah. So. Yeah. What everyone thought was happening
is officially happening.
Yeah.
So that little wimpy move that they did with that whole...
that begs the question, like, what happened there? Like, were there 2 different marketing teams? Like, we'll just give them a taste of
Maybe they just wanted to dip their toes in the free-to-play market before they actually, dove in.
Careful now. You might get subscribers.
I will actually try this when it goes free-to-play.
Yeah. Yeah, now with VirtualBox, it's probably really easy, too.
So... I'll actually...
I'm still debating it, just because I don't...
I'll go to the Windows side of my machine and play this game.
Well, you don't need Windows now. Because it's not like it's on Mac now, but there's a new open source program where you install Windows, Parallels.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Parallels, but free and open source. And it actually works. So you don't even need to do boot camp anymore. You just open up in the window and reserve the X amount of RAM and stuff for Windows. It's one of the options I was looking at when I was looking at my MacBook Air. Like, I will definitely need 8 gigs if I'm doing VirtualBox like that.
Damn. Well, I guess I'll have to do that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. So, yes, KOTOR, free to play soon.
This fall.
Full on.
Yeah.
Full on free to play.
We'll have to play. I will be a Han Solo.
I will have lights. I will have so many lightsabers.
That's all it's in your inventory.
Lightsabers. I'm just throwing lightsabers at you.
Man, that thing's expensive. It's okay, I got like 200 more in my bag.
How did you get this? You're on a free-to-play account.
But yeah, if it's anything like a DC Universe Online type
scenario. It's gonna have to, if the subscribers are gonna go this way, and then it's gonna peter out a little bit more.
Yeah, but that's okay, because, their subscribers did this.
Yeah, Asymptote did.
Yeah. It's not like, World of Warcraft, which is doing this,
And then expansion.
Yeah, exactly, and then,
announcement for expansion, and an expansion.
Yeah, and now, yes, the Pandaren expansion is coming out
on
the 23rd of September, so,
Yeah.
people will come back. Panda! Pandemonium.
I updated my Battle.net account.
Woohoo!
I don't know why. When you're bored at work, you do a lot.
You just start doing updating them, yeah.
Like my address is there now. I got my authenticator set up.
Yay!
It's
On your phone.
Yep.
Just in case.
Yeah, because I ever want to play Diablo. Or something. I don't know.
Diablo.
Or if I ever pull the trigger on the sort of free-to-play level 20 World of Warcraft.
Yeah, you could always do that too.
What server do you play on?
Tyrannus. Terenas.
Is there another Tyrannus that I won't notice that?
No, but there's one that's close. It's like Taranis. Like it's Tyrannus. Like Tyrannus. Mine's Tyrannus.
Okay. Well.
One's a demon and one's a king.
Okay.
I play on the one that's a king.
Okay.
They don't have pictures or anything, but just character-wise, that's who they're named after. So.
Well, I'll have to keep that in mind. If I ever do that. So.
Movie news.
Yes. Hey, movie news. Well, there's one like slight game news. I don't know what it really is.
Okay, bring it.
Apparently. Okay, who's suing who? Farm. Someone's suing Zynga.
Okay.
Because Zynga's new game, Vil,
Yes.
is too much like theirs. And I think it's the EA. I think it's EA suing them.
I know EA called them out on being idiots, but...
And I read about that just this morning, so I wasn't sure if it was...
The one thing I read was the guy that you like from EA Sports and EA...
Peter Moore?
Yeah. He was calling Zynga idiots because they make nothing good.
They never do.
And because
that's
they
why their
haven't-
stocks are dropping.
Well, and they haven't made it, and everybody's like, Zynga's stocks are dropping, how is that possible? And he's like, they haven't made a new game in forever. And it's like, what are you talking about? They come out with a new game like every month. And it's like, yeah, it's the same game.
Who plays it, though?
People are starting to notice.
Who actually plays them?
Yeah.
That's the big question.
So, yeah, that's what I read on that one. I didn't see anything about it. I didn't really read into anything, though. I was kind of looking at headlines, and it's like, wow, this is
Zynga.
pretty stagnant week.
Zynga.
Draw Something is the only Zynga
EA
game.
sues Zynga.
Yay!
So it actually, EA actually is full on suing the company that's going downhill.
Yeah.
In the lawsuit, EA says Zynga's title, The Vil, copied and misappropriated the original and distinctive expressive elements of their game, The Sims Social.
Yeah.
The Sims Social is a game? Oh,
It's
right,
on
that
Facebook.
weird...
The one that I was trying to have sex with everybody on Facebook, but no one would play.
Really?
So I made my own character. I made 2 characters, and they had sex.
You know, they did a report about this, and I thought about you immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently 8.7% of all accounts on Facebook are fake.
That makes sense.
And so I thought, what else is that guy's name that Nick's made up?
I know someone that has 3 fake accounts, so... Well, because so many people need them for games.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, invite 2 of your friends to unlock the next level. So someone's like, fake character 1, fake character 2, you play this game, I get all my friends.
Now, 8.7% doesn't sound like a lot, but like number-wise, I think it's like 807 million or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. So that's a lot of fake. That's a lot of fake. Percentages work funny.
Well, plus it's all those people who are trying to sell sex on Facebook, too.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a few of those contact me. It's like, looking for a good
They're getting
time.
more. They're getting really prevalent.
I know.
I got like 2 of the last couple weeks.
Looking for a good time? You look really cute, and I'd like to get to know you. And I'm like, go away.
I had one...
And reported.
I had someone called, oh, there he is. Beer.
Oh, no, we know that person.
Do we actually?
Yeah.
Who is he?
I'll tell you after.
Okay. That's scary that there's a guy named Beer and he knows me.
Yeah.
I know Beer well.
Yeah, I'm well associated with Beer.
I met with Beer last night, so...
I'm well associated
It was
with Beer.
good.
Beer and I are good friends.
Yes.
Yep.
Good meeting
Yep.
last night. So...
Beer actually likes Barrel Roll News Network, so...
I'm really confused.
Beer likes Barrel Roll News Network. That one mutual friend you have,
Uh-huh.
that's who it is.
Huh?
That's who it is. He made the page.
Oh, okay, that made so much more sense.
There you go.
Like, I thought that was a thing, and then, like, I totally dismissed it. Because I'm like, he wouldn't actually.
He did, because he liked barrel roll news, and then Beer liked barrel roll news. Bam! Just like that.
2 subs.
Yep. So
shall we jump into after post-suing?
Yes. Suing, so.
Yeah.
And they, thank God someone's fine, and out of all of
Yes.
it, because they've copied up a bunch of other people,
Mhm.
but the other people haven't had enough money to actually go somewhere.
Yeah.
EA is going to take this all the way home.
Yeah, like after Zynga's drop last week,
Yeah.
this is hopefully a drag.
You know that you know that little nail in the coffin?
Yeah,
EA is holding that hammer like ready to hit, so.
Yeah, it's Thor's hammer.
And then hopefully all the people that Zynga's bought when they went on their like giant rise, get all their game properties back, because OMG Pop, who does Draw Something, got bought out by Zynga. So now every time
I thought they got bought up by EA.
no,
Oh
so
no, Rovio got bought
out by EA. So but every time you hit Draw Something, it used to come up OMG Pop and Zynga in the corner. Now it just says Zynga, like OMG Pop, no more.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I'm hoping if Zynga like completely obliterates itself, that OMG Pop kind of like
gets their game back. Then I might get back on it because it's I got a couple of free cards for that game, like for the full version, like 5 of them. I'm like, it's $2 in a store.
I got it for 99 cents. So, and I've been playing it enough with some people. So, like Graham finally got a smartphone.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he get?
Samsung Galaxy
S3.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are nice.
It's pretty.
It's so sharp.
He doesn't like the whole it knows when you're looking at it, so it brightens the screen up thing.
Can't you turn that off?
I think so. He just keeps complaining about it and not turning it off. So whatever. But it's
too smart for him.
Either way, he finally got Draw Something, and he's like, all of my friends have been telling me to get Draw Something. No, none of them play it. I'm like, I'll play with you. Just send me some pictures. And I try to make Josh and I who play at work try to make everything really detailed. Like we're drawing earmuffs. You draw the guy and his face. And like a parka, and snow in the background, and then you draw earmuffs. Just to be a dick.
Or you draw a giant dick and then a pair of earmuffs.
Yeah. but like Josh and I go all out with these drawings of ours, so then we start playing with Graham, and we do the same thing. He's like, you guys take so long to draw a picture, and the thing that it is like the last thing you always draw, and it's like, yeah. It's how everybody plays now, because otherwise it's just like,
yeah, it's not like you get time for coins.
No. So you literally play for fun, and Zynga's added, or OMG Pop added special words. So you have to pay whatever they were, bombs, to use them. But you can go into special categories every once in a while, so it'll be like adventure. So you use 3 bombs to get into it, but everything in there is worth like up to 8 coins. And they're fun to draw, so like it'll be like Indiana Jones or A-Team or something, like anything that has to do with adventure. You have like 12 things to pick from, ranging from 5 to like 12 coins. So I built up a lot of I have no bombs left, but I used up a ton of coins just by those, because I'm like, this will be fun, hit that, and like Dragon Ball Z, so you start drawing it.
And the guy on fire.
Yeah.
10 episodes later.
Yeah. And then at the end of it, you go, this is worth a shit ton of coins. If you don't know the answer, text me.
Well, you can chat in them now, can't you?
No, well, you can, but after and before the drawing.
Oh, so you can't do it during.
Yeah, so it's not like you can send a chat thing, and it'll get, like, for their puzzle, you can go, ah ha ha, good clown.
Or
and they get that, and then you pick your drawing, and then after that's done, you can send a comment like, good job! So.
That's better, and you can save the photos, which is a big one.
Yeah, so it's fun if you're playing with people you know, and you're kind of on this basis of let's just be idiots about this.
Yeah.
So.
Again, just a social game, really.
Yeah. So, I don't play with 200 other strangers and that kind of stuff. I play with Graham, and I play.
I'm really surprised he didn't wait for the next iPhone release.
No, he wanted an Android, so.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, like, that's the big thing. Like, you don't want to wait to see what Apple does, at least, if you want to make the final decision.
No. He was going out to get a phone, and that was what he was getting. So.
Well, to be fair, though, that is the top of that line phone you can get
It's
right now.
a pretty good phone. Although there's one made of Kevlar now. So.
It's not quite so good though.
Yeah, but you could throw it at someone and kill them.
I don't think you know what Kevlar is.
Yeah.
Kevlar protects you. So if you get like 10 of them strapped it to your chest.
Yeah, Graham's like, so you put it in like your breast pocket, and if someone shoots you, your phone protects you. If they hit the phone, maybe if you had a tablet and a special like pocket for your tablet.
That just sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah, well.
If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna get actual padding and actual Kevlar plating.
It's like half these tablets now that are getting to be like halfway between a cell phone and an actual tablet. People aren't sure exactly like what to.
Someone at my work has the Asus Transformer.
Oh yeah.
It's gorgeous with the keyboard, and then without it, it just looks like a dumb tablet.
Yeah. Either who.
Yes, movies.
Movie news.
Moving on to movie.
Pissed me off.
I'm thoroughly confused.
So Peter Jackson a while ago
said
that he would like to get more footage and do a third Hobbit movie.
Yes.
And I thought he was kidding.
No.
He wasn't.
There is now a third Hobbit movie.
So I now have to wait 3 years for this movie to be done.
And yeah.
Now I was okay with 2, because everybody was a little like, what, 2? But he did 1 for each of the other books, and they were like this thick, and the Hobbit's only this big. And I go, but he's going to the appendices. He's taking stuff from there and putting it into the book, which makes sense. Yeah, we're putting it into the movie for the book, because when Tolkien wrote all that, like the appendices and everything, that was supposed to be all this stuff happened during those. I just didn't write about it.
Yeah.
But this stuff did happen, and it's part of the lore, and it's part of the history, and it's part of the canon. So yes, it does exist. So Peter Jackson goes, yes, this exists in here now.
See, the thing is, I thought they were done filming for 2 films. So that means that I have to bring them back?
Bring them all back.
Or just split whatever they have into 3.
No. Well, unless they film... Like, unless the second movie is literally, like, all appendices stuff.
Right.
Then everybody's going to be like, this didn't happen in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Like, at least you throw some...
There's still a lot of confusion of how this is going to be...
Split?
Structured, really.
Yeah. Because you have to...
naming conventions, either. I mean, what are you going to do for the third one?
Call it what the second one's called now, and
Part
then...
2?
Well, but it's because of what's this one's The Unexpected Journey, and then there and back again. So that'll be the third one probably now, and then they'll have a second.
Is that what it's?
Because you're gonna have to wait for the third movie for the Smaug fight.
Right.
Like, unless they can't finish filming by the end of.
We're never gonna get this movie.
Well, and you're never gonna get Sherlock back, because.
Fuck.
I don't know why you need to do a third movie.
You're just taking up a lot of resources.
I'm waiting for Hunger Games to follow suit and announce that their last movie's going to be split into 4.
You think that's going to happen?
No, but...
They just like money.
Yeah, everybody's going to be like, well, if Peter Jackson can do it.
No, if Twilight can do it.
Ugh. Oh, man, that's exciting. I can't wait for the premiere of that movie.
I can.
Now that Kristen Stewart cheated on Rob Patterson or whatever, it's going to be the most awkward opening for a movie ever.
Is that what happened in the book?
What? No. She literally, in real life, they were dating.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, they were engaged.
Oh, wow.
And
I didn't know anything about it.
She cheated on him with the director from Snow White and the Huntsman.
Of course she would.
Yeah, so he left. He went back to England, apparently. And...
When is the second or their last one out?
Like in a...
That's awesome.
So I'm like...
Who do you invite?
They both have to... They're the stars. Like,
who do you invite?
They're the stars of the shittiest movie ever. So they have to have them both.
Or none of them.
Yeah, or no one shows the werewolf guy.
Hi guys, I'm in a movie! Check it out, I was in another action film earlier this summer. Go take a look at it.
Yeah.
I think it's called Abduction. I don't know.
But yeah, I was just laughing so hard.
I didn't know they were dating.
It's always on the cover of the tabloids, and I've never believed it, because I never believe it when co-stars date and the tabloids say it. I'll believe it if they go somewhere and they're like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like the 2 main people from Glee are dating, Leah Michele and what's his name? Or they're actually dating. And I'm like, oh. But they talk about it in interviews. I don't watch interviews with Kristen Stewart or Robert Patterson, so I would never have any clue.
I didn't know about it until 5 seconds ago.
Yep, so there you go.
Mind blown.
Most awkward movie opening premiere ever.
No one goes.
Well, because he's not even talking to her, apparently.
Well, I wouldn't, for starters, but...
So she's gonna, like, is that what the premiere's gonna be? Is her, like, running to, like, trying to chase him to be like, I'm so sorry, please talk to me! And he'll be like, go away, I'm trying to know!
I'm trying to be famous.
Or, like, something horrible is going to happen to her. This is gonna be, like, complete fan craziness there. And she's gonna show up and they're gonna be like, how dare you cheat on him? And, like, throw things and...
Yeah, 16-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that premiere, and not because of the movie, obviously. So.
You know what else is going to be awkward? The Bourne Legacy. Because I just realized that Jeremy Renner and Edward Norton are in the same film. So, how's it like on the Avengers? Shut up.
Bet you wish you would have been such.
Shut up.
So do you know Mark Ruffalo?
Shut up. I just realized that.
That's all Edward Norton's fault too. Like,
I tried to dig up like more details about that. I couldn't find anything about it.
There's just baby stuff that he was apparently being really difficult during the editing process because he helped write it or something.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, it was just like he didn't want to even be associated with Marvel anymore. And then it's
I thought it was the other way around, where Marvel was like, we've cast Mark Ruffalo.
Nope, it was Edward
Edward
Norton was all like, I am not being the Hulk anymore, I'm not helping you people out. Go away. And they're like, oh, okay, we were going to offer you this contract for like 7 movies, but we'll find someone else. And then once Joss Whedon got on board, he's like, Mark Ruffalo will make the perfect Bruce Banner. And they hired him because Joss Whedon is God. And
well, Joss Whedon knows what he's talking about.
And much ado about nothing.
Isn't that pretty soon?
It's opening at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's like
soon,
I think it's
soon.
So.
I'm excited for that. Bunch of random guys in that we all know and love.
I know, so happy. And there's a couple screenshots floating around. It's black and white. Mm-hmm. And it's in like an office space type thing, but it looks like it's the 50s.
I'm surprised there's no trailers for that or any
so.
post-production anything that talk about it, other than the fact that it's a thing.
Nothing. So I have Much Ado About Nothing and Cabin in the Woods to look forward to because that comes out on DVD in September or Blu-ray in September. So.
I have my Marvel box
pre-ordered.
Yeah, switched it to Best Buy because I got points apparently.
Ah yes.
And they gave me $10 off of Dishonored, so I'm like, well, you have my money, and you finally lowered the price because it was at like $190 or something on Best Buy for the longest time. I'm like,
lowered it.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'll get it at the cheaper one, obviously.
Yeah.
So they bumped it down to $160, which is supposed to be it's what it's at.
Yeah.
So
With your
like,
Tesseract
and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it. I hope it glows when I open it. There's like a little magnet bar where I open it and it just glows when I open it, and not glows when it doesn't.
You're never gonna watch any of the movies. You're just gonna.
Oh, I don't want to touch
it. Then you'll end up where the Red Skull ended up.
We don't know where yet.
Bah, bah, bah.
So too bad for The Hobbit.
Yeah, because I was actually really looking forward to the 2 movies and
confused.
And now that they're like 3, I'm like, you know what? That almost makes me not want to go see these now.
And I'm not. My reaction's not quite so dramatic.
I'm still going to see them.
I'm just confused.
The Hobbit is my favorite novel pretty much ever written, so I'm going to see them. But this just it puts a sour taste in my mouth.
It prolongs it, is what it is.
And yeah, that's the other thing too. Is now I have to wait 3 years for an entire film instead of just 2 years. Gaming website news.
I think we should go over what just happened this week.
Yes. Yeah, we won't.
I don't know what I put up on this week. Post Power Rangers.
Yes, the Power Rangers reboot.
The real movie.
Odd.
Yeah, realistic.
It has to be cheesy and dumb. That's like total.
My friend. Okay.
Not cheesy and dumb.
The thing is, when I was talking to my friend like 10 years back, I'm like, what would happen if a Power Rangers reboot and it was like for adults and it happened like Mighty. Then they shouted out Mighty fucking Morphin Power Rangers. What would happen? Would you watch that? And he was like, yes. And then I see this, I'm like, do it.
If they would do like another high caliber movie, like the first movie was.
Yeah.
And yeah, kind of didn't cheese it up as much.
Or bad CGI.
Yeah. Like actually put a budget into a Power Rangers flick. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't even do straight to DVD movies anymore.
Yeah. Well, they did Power Rangers Turbo, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then they've done a couple
like Christmas specials.
Christmas specials.
Which don't count.
No. Merry Christmas, guys.
Oh, thank God we saved today just before Christmas.
But I don't celebrate Christmas. Because remember,
kick him out.
They're Power Rangers. They have to be multicultural.
Yeah, that's a lie.
So.
You just do a Yellow Ranger. Just a Black Ranger.
That's even like Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. It's 3 white guys running around. Or 2 white guys and a white chick. So you're like, one of those white guys isn't going to get to be a Power Ranger. And then an Asian guy who's on CSI now shows up, and it's like Power Ranger.
Yeah.
And then another chick who's kind of like from the Amazon, but she's not black, but she shows up. And then another black dude shows up, and it's like those 5. And then one guy falls down a hole.
That sounds really anticlimactic.
The ground opens up and he falls in. It's episode 2, and he's complete strangers to at least 2 of the people there, and they're like overly distraught that he has fallen down this hole. One of them's his brother.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you sit there going, okay, you can be upset.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's one of his like, and the other 2 are some of his teammates from like this Galactic Federation place.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of see why they're a little upset.
Mm-hmm.
But the complete strangers, who I'm not sure if he's even introduced himself to yet.
Mm-hmm.
Mike!
Well, he got his name. He must have been wearing a name tag.
Oh, Power Ranger. He'll come back. He'll be like the Purple Ranger or something.
The evil one.
No, he'll be good.
Or
he'll come back.
The Green Ranger, like, all over again.
They do that in every. Well, they don't do it in every, because the Silver Ranger comes up in this one, and this guy comes up in this one. There's always an extra Power Ranger lying around somewhere.
You're gonna end up playing a Power Rangers game.
I wish they'd make an actual Power Rangers game. The old one ruled.
There's a Power Rangers MMO.
I can't see that going well.
Why? So everyone's a Power Ranger, then you just fight the forces of evil.
There'd be no forces of evil left.
Don't worry, it's a Korean MMO, so there's like 10 people online.
Well, then it's kind of realistic. That'd be cool if, like, every 5 people that logged in, you got your own planet and you were all different type of Power Rangers. But yeah, no.
Power Rangers gets his own MMO.
Do I get to pick how I like morph?
I don't know, but they look kind of like Beetleborgs. Oh, good. There's a trailer. See, that doesn't look too bad.
I'd play that.
Yeah, it seems alright. I'll show you the video later, I guess.
Is it in English?
No.
Damn.
Wait.
No.
There's English letters.
No.
No.
No, that's not English.
That's the opposite of English.
Well, there's the Dragon Ball MMO. That I told my friend, I'm like, yeah, you can totally play it if you can speak Korean.
I don't think this is going to be a thing.
18.
Damn it!
But
Monday.
Yeah. Monday. Question.
Flying.
Would you rather have the ability to fly or breathe underwater?
Does only one person answer underwater?
Yep.
He must be Aquaman.
Nope. She.
Aquawoman?
She. She thought it'd be way cooler to be underwater because you don't really get to the ocean floor as much as you can actually, like, fly.
But if you think about, you have to swim, that means you're always moving.
I know.
Whereas you're flying, you don't
You're
just like, what?
I don't know. I think I'd save
It's
so
more
much money
effort.
on gas
It'd
just
be
by
more
flying
effortless.
everywhere.
It'd be more effortless. Though, yeah, because I'd say you could just swim to like Hong Kong or something, but then you just fly to Hong Kong. Yeah, just so it's less effort. You just just think of what Tony Stark does. You just
Now, I mean, getting down to like the ocean floor, like all you'd have to do is sink, so that wouldn't be all that hard.
yeah, but that's just like a one-time thing.
Yeah, but then you get down there and you can walk around and then get eaten by a shark.
You Aquaman.
See, that was always my thing with that quest, like that kind of thing. It's like being underwater would be really wicked because it's gorgeous under the water.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
I don't think it's quite the same as it is from a camera lens.
No, and
So-
it'd be different too. But I'm giving it the assumption that you can breathe underwater, so you can kind of see
maybe
underwater.
goggles or something like
Yeah,
that.
we'll give you goggles.
Yeah.
They'll give you special goggles. But
that last millions of feet underneath the
Yeah.
surface.
Exactly. Because the ocean floor would be cool to hang out in, except for all the evil things that will eat you. At least if you're flying,
You fly away.
you have to deal with like a bald eagle. And it's like, you just punch
Dude,
him
that
in the face and just keep going.
Punch him, I'd ride him.
Go! So, flying won.
Uns-
But,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Monday.
Tuesday was Sonic
It's
Generations.
a good game.
Good game.
Mostly.
Worth $20.
Mostly.
And I mean, you can kind of get it for $20 everywhere now, so $20.
It's going down.
Hump Day humor. Oh, Olympics and then
Some office thing, I think.
a Dear
Or no.
Customers thing, yeah. My retail woes website that I started.
Following. Frequenting.
So, and then Netflix movie review.
Puss in Boots. I hated Shrek. I loved this movie.
That's because Puss in Boots was an awesome character in the Shrek
so
films.
great. And he has his own movie, and it's actually worth watching.
Because it's Antonio Banderas as a cat.
It's Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek. Anytime they're together,
And I was going to say, didn't they do the...
yeah, they do everything together.
Well, it's because they're
They
the
practically
only
have sex together.
they're the only two Spanish-speaking actors that
I'm s-
Americans can stand.
I'm surprised they didn't put Antonio Banderas in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It's like another pirate.
He was probably in there, you just didn't notice.
Salma Hayek's like, I had to do this movie without Antonio. But he's not your husband. I don't care.
I don't do movies without Antonio Banderas.
So yeah, it's on Zach Galifianakis, isn't it? And I can actually stand him.
Yep.
He doesn't actually do the whole like, I'm just gonna get drunk and high and watch me fall over. He actually plays someone smart.
Yay!
It's totally worth watching, and I stand by the fact that I love it way more than Shrek.
I probably will too. I didn't know it was on there, so thanks for...
Mhm. Well, I was
thanks
looking
for
for
that
that one.
heads up.
I was looking for that movie that you guys watched in Grown Ups.
Yes.
I was gonna look for that. And I'm like, wait, Puss in Boots. That's a new movie. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch that.
You're gonna have to watch that one too.
Yeah. So go watch it. I watched Paranormal Activity 3.
Yep.
So much worse than the second one.
Yep.
The second one was way better.
The trailer's out for the fourth one.
I did see the trailer for that. I don't know what to feel about it. The fact that they're going all annual now.
Yep.
And the fact that the tagline says it's the activities led up to this.
Because apparently...
Yeah, she moves next door or something like that.
Yeah, and the kid grows like the kid...
The kid's adult.
Yeah, well, he's not adult. He's growing. Like
adolescence-y.
Yeah.
It's 5 years later after the second movie.
Yeah, so
so
he's 5
that-
or 6 or 7, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So.
The trailer, the teaser trailer. Okay, I was reading comments from the YouTube page,
Mm-hmm.
and it pretty much summed up all of the Paranormal Activity movies for me. Paranormal Activity 1, one door closes. Paranormal Activity 2, two door closes. 3 door closes. Paranormal Activity 4, question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. I will say in the third one, the two scenes that really got me, I really loved, was the one with the sheets.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And then
Yep.
the one where the camera pans into the kitchen, pans back, pans over, everything falls over.
Yeah, that was good.
I want to know how they did that.
I know.
It's like, did you tie everything on strings
That was,
or something?
that was really well done.
I'm like, something's wrong here. Oh, cool. That got me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, because I'm like, whoa, it made all the furniture go. Like, it took me a second to figure out that...
Something's not
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, because...
The classic, like...
Huh? You're so confused by, like, something in the scene has changed, but you're not quite sure what it is, and then the kitchen table falls off the ceiling, and you're like, that's what was missing after you finished peeing yourself.
Yeah, like, those two scenes alone were really good.
Yep.
The finale was absolutely dismal, in my mind.
I was totally ramped up because...
It felt...
Okay, you get... spoilers.
Spoilers. 3 is... There's cults.
If you don't get it by now, after 1 and 2, you should see where 3 is going to, but... Because it's the prequel. But he runs to that room and he sees, like, all of those...
Oh,
like,
that creeped me out.
Right, that little coven, right? Like, he's like, what the hell? Runs back to the house, like... Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
So creepy.
And I'm like,
oh,
so
wow.
that build up, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna get good
Yeah,
right
no,
till now, and then it just goes to crap.
Yeah. Like, it built up all this momentum
Yeah.
at the very last minute, and then they just kind of wasted it all.
Yeah, like, she's at the top of the stairs and flies down,
And then his back breaks.
yeah, and then it's
I'm
like,
like, well,
and you're like,
I'm like, and at least in the second movie, like you see her flying across the staircase. I'm like, that was friggin' cool.
yeah.
And there was none of that in this movie,
No.
barely. I think they dragged them once, I think, and it was something unnoticeable.
Yeah, someone started getting kind of dragged. Or
Yeah.
the older sister got
Oh, no.
dragged
Okay,
in,
yeah.
and the girl had to be
Okay.
like, I promise I'll do what you say.
Okay, and the third, and promise, this is honestly the last scene that I really liked in the third movie was when the younger girl was talking to like the demon and then pulls her hair.
Yeah.
I'm like,
They did that pretty good too.
wow, whoa.
Yeah.
And then because the parents are downstairs arguing, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Just pulls the hair.
Yeah. Yeah, like the demon seems to be a lot more present in this
Yeah.
movie, and then it kind of, when you sit there looking at that compared to 1 and 2, where it's not as present.
I think the lack of it still is more effective than.
I do too.
So.
So it'll be interesting to see where they go with 4.
I'm glad they definitely shifted away from the family in 4. It's all just gonna be about
This girl noticing this,
yes,
like, yeah.
It's gonna be like how it was in the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, how it was supposed to be.
Well, and like because Graham told me that the trailer was out, and he's like
I
it.
watched.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it, but he's like, it's kind of, you get the girl who's just an average girl who does all like the webcam,
Yeah.
like she's
webcasting and stuff. Yeah.
So it's
She does. There's a FaceTime nod, so that'll be neat.
yeah, and it's not like it's just like the third movie. He just happens to be a video filmographer type guy who has all this really expensive equipment because back in the 80s, that stuff did not come cheap.
Yeah. I do like the makeshift fan thing.
Yeah, that's why I laughed at that.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Because it's like he's taking apart a fan and it's kind of like,
oh, he's MacGyvering it.
And you go, that's smart. I wonder if anybody actually did that back then, because that's actually like a brilliant move.
Yeah.
Pan back, pan forward, and it actually, like the way that they have it kind of tick at the end makes it feel like it's on one of those things.
Yeah. I want to see how much stuff is off to the side of those shots all the time. Like, how many people are just on the edge of like, go, change. Ah, shit, we gotta do it again.
Yeah. Guys, tie stuff to the ceiling faster. But there's so much in this kitchen.
You gotta move that cloth faster and then let the push the button and then they'll fall to the ground.
Well, and I mean the trick is that it pans this way.
Yeah. And then
Stop.
and they have that pillar.
Yeah.
And they might do pauses.
Yeah, you can pause. And
Yeah.
edit. Because I mean those are really clean cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, boop.
Maybe that's how they did
boop,
this wall ceiling
boop.
thing.
Yeah. So yeah, it comes back and stops, and you cut.
Yeah.
You clear every wad. I mean, I still don't know how you tie all that shit up to a ceiling and have it fall.
They've got an actual budget now, so.
That's true.
For the first
I
one,
always keep thinking they've got like $0, but
before the first one they had 11,000.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
something stupid.
Yeah.
Something small.
Guys,
we can afford a camera and like
strings
2 actors.
and strings.
Yeah, and
And a
yeah.
shadow thing.
and some boots. We got some really loud boots.
Yep.
And we have a little
Fake
pulley.
blood.
We have a little.
Fake blood.
Yeah, we have a little pulley system that we can pull you on. That's it. So we're gonna pull you guys a lot.
Crap! We didn't sign up for this. I love watching the credits for the first one. It really is only like 10 people on it.
Oh yeah, it's a big.
And now 3 is an actual role.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not as interesting anymore.
So hopefully 4 gets back on track.
Yeah, and although where my money is Silent Hill this year, so
yeah.
For me, I love Silent Hill.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to see 4 in theaters.
No. So if I'm putting money on a horror movie this October, Silent Hill.
I kind of wish they'd do Halloween 3,
No, they won't.
the Rob Zombie ones, because 2 ended really spectacularly. But
No, it didn't.
2?
Did it?
The Rob Zombie ones?
Did those?
Yeah.
I don't remember watching
They were
those.
actually the
Are
first.
those on the Netflix net?
Yep.
Okay. I'll take those.
Because I watched 1, and then the next night I watched 2, and I'm like, intrigue. And then apparently I looked it up, and they were like, the third one was going to go in production, and then everybody started bleeding money, so
Sorry.
yeah, no third one. And I'm like, so.
Too bad.
But that's that.
Yes, that's all we have this week.
2 whole stories.
And lots of
and
us
a lot
talking.
of us talking.
Making things up as we go. This
Purple
is
pink
true.
elephants flying from the sky.
Balloonicorns?
Yes.
Balloonicorns are a real thing. You just have to go to Pyroland to see them.
Oh, here's news that will only affect Edmontonians. Capital X is now K-Days.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what? That's...
They're not sure what the K stands for, though.
I like my answer the best.
The Edmonton Klondike Days?
Yes.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I can't believe that they're questioning what the K stands for now.
Maybe they were only born like in 5 years ago or something. Or 3. When did they do the change? Like 2006?
3, yeah. It was like 3 years ago or something.
So yeah, maybe they're only like 4 years old or something like that.
Man, that's a really young committee. They're not sure if Klondike really fits, and I'm like...
Well, it's funny because it's going to be K-Days, but it's still going to be the exact same thing. They're not going to have like the gold padding and shit like that they used to have. Which it's funny because they still have that stuff set up for the gold padding. I'm like...
Klondike Mike's still standing proud.
Woohoo!
Anywho.
Yay.
See you next week.
Huzzah. Shortest news ever. This is honestly gonna be the shortest news. Okay.
When do I come in?
You. Anytime? Not now.
Do the first news story, and I'll do the Hobbit.
Oh
one.
no, I don't even like when
You
I said
want
the
me to get
date.
to the
When I
news?
said the date.
Oh, okay.
When I said the date, I think we can come in.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
you'll do it all by myself. Barrel roll news.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because it's fun,
I don't
obviously.
understand it. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
If you understand this guy's MO, this is kind of.
Yeah. This is actually tame.
It's not bad. The ending stuff is fucked up.
Yeah.
Beyond belief. You didn't finish it, did you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. No. The
I
final.
read about it, but
Yeah. A giant Elvis. Like a 30-foot, 60-foot tall Elvis, and you jump inside of him. Does that make sense?
always,
Okay.
obviously.
Duh.
Yes, get my borrowing information. Oh, I was gonna say I don't have anything checked out, but we do. We have Mary Poppins checked out. That makes sense.
Ooh, dark. Oh yeah, that's right, Darkness too. I thought it was like Darksiders too. I'm like, wait a minute.
Not that quick. Come on, internet, you can do it.
The 18th side. Such a good. Oh, and apparently they're in the 18 movie too. The half the cast.
Yeah.
I saw the little bit at the end.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, you're not gonna get it easily. You're gonna have to filter it with video games.
I know. Games and software.
They don't use games and software anymore. They use CD-ROMs.
Fuckers.
Which you still need to hit that, yeah. Yeah, there it is.
PlayStation, Xbox.
23. Holy crap.
Yeah, it goes up.
Yeah, no, I'm like 6th in line. I saw that and I was like jumping.
Confirm. I haven't been on here because I was gonna get my own library card.
Oh, you're still using Gens, eh?
Yeah. Or something
Why
else.
am I? EPL.ca.
And Sonic Generations. Get you back.
Dust login. Oh crap! I don't. Where's my wallet? I thought I had it saved.
Jen just knows hers.
I used to as a kid. Like I just busted out. Hey, we'll just check it on my phone, because my phone app. Oh, there's a new game, you gotta get it for your It's on Android too.
Mm.
And it's an amazing game. It's a zombie shooting game, but it looks like this. Get to it. And notifications don't slow me down. It's like Left 4 Dead. It looks like Left 4 Dead. Like visually.
Left 4 Dead apparently runs better on Linux than Windows.
Really?
Yep. Because they released Steam for Linux finally.
I love that. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Not that I would use it.
Not that I would either, but...
But yeah, here's what the skin looks like.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but...
Shoot things.
Oh, there's zombies.
obviously.
And then you can use your crosshairs for shoulder aiming and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all about farming too, so you replay levels for money so you can get better equipment. And of course my phone's not like the top of the line and it still looks really good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh shit. I was floored when I found this game. And it's free for both of us right now. It was supposed to be $1, but on the Android they dropped it to free because they found everyone was pirating it.
That's what you do on the Android.
Well, yeah, but then everyone on the iOS, iPhone bandwagon were like, what the fuck? Why do they get that for free? And then now it's for free. So I kind of want to give them money, like there's in-game transactions.
Okay.
So hop you to play. This is this is gonna suck. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Are you alright?
I'm power napping.
Don't!
Okay.
I'm really going to hit you with it. Aw, shit!
Aww.
What you
Lost
talking?
another one. Your fake guitar is breaking.
Really?
In places that don't matter.
It's like it's made out of plastic.
Aww.
Stupid strings. That's a bass guitar.
Yes. That's all I need to do to make it a bass guitar?
Oh well. Yeah.
There, now I got games on hold. Again.
I don't think I'll forget Skyrim. Did you see that thing about Skyrim, the DLC for it? The two-pronged story? Where it's like, yeah, we're not releasing the Dawn Guard on PC or PS3 next day. Dawn Guard on PS3 on PC.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is dumb.
Oh, those weirdos at Bethesda.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, it's before I burnt my screen.
Who's in boots?
It's good.
We watched Grown Ups.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I saw that one on there. But then I saw Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was on there. Until you're, and I'm like, hey, we can watch that.
It's so good. Way better than Shrek.
Oh, I bet.
And I hate Shrek.
I like the first Shrek.
That was original.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
and then they got over it.
and the second one was like, okay, still cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one, you're like,
Well, the problem with me for the Shrek movies is that they become so oversaturated in the fact that, oh, there's all these fairy tales, we're just going to put them all in the movie. I'm like, where's the movie? Am I watching The Gingerbread Man? Am I watching...
what movie? You didn't want a movie. Puss in Boots.
Such a cute movie.
Shall we do this?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it well for you. It's getting really dark. How does this look on the...
Not bad. Oh, that's fine.
No, but then I got the silhouette on my face. How if I pull this? Oh, where is it? I pull this